Welcome back to another Fixer Fab. You're probably new to this episode, video, movie, whatever, because you're probably wondering how to fix the ABS code on your 2014-ish Cadillac XTS. The problem we are having with it is the ABS light came on, traction control came on, and it also took out the electronic assisted power steering. So, being a normal consumer, you wouldn't know how to fix that unless you took it to the dealer or you bought a scan tool. Now, that is what I did. I bought a scan tool. I will put a picture right here. I'll also put a link down below. Amazon. I forget the name of the scanner, but it was like 120 bucks or something on Amazon. I bought that. I know a lot of reviewers said you had to update it. I did not. I was able to plug it right in, put in the information and everything. It popped up a code. I'll put another picture here for the code I got. It was for the low circuit, low current or something for the passenger rear. Okay, stop. Stop watching. Just wait. All right? I'm going to save you some time. Now, I can save some time. But if you want to keep watching the video and watch me struggle through this, that would be great too. The issue is, it's not the sensor. It's not cleaning the connectors. It was the wheel bearing. Wheel bearing was bad. And if you look in the video where there was like a little piece missing, where I thought that was the gap that would trigger the sensor, no, that was actually a broken piece. That's what caused the whole issue. So if you're having a electronic power steering go out, your ABS go out, your magnetic ride and teletrack, whatever, ABS, magnetic ride, electric power steering, like it took out a bunch of sensors. Cruise control wouldn't work, all because of one wheel speed sensor. I'm sorry, well, I guess a sensor, but it was a hub. So replace the hub. Now, if you want to continue watching me struggle through this, I appreciate it, but why? So I'm posting the whole video so you can see me struggle through it. But yeah, it was just the wheel hub. Now, got another problem with it. It needs new front strut mounts, rubber bushings. It doesn't even look like anything I remember, but we're going to replace the strut bushings next, and then we're going to replace the screen. So I'm saving you some time from watching the entire video. All right, so just replace the hub. All right, you can keep watching. Passenger rear ABS sensor. If you didn't have the scan tool, you'd be out of luck. In cars these days, you need the scan tool to figure out what is going on. I also decided it was the right time to buy that tool because my Subaru out there has an SRS light. We'll cover that in another video. And on Mustang has an SRS light. So I decided not to buy a sensor. Because typically sensors don't really go bad. There's no moving parts. And I'll actually show you here. Let me get the light in here. All it is typically it's a tone ring. But on this Cadillac, you see the black part there? I'll try and circle that. That is the ABS sensor. Now you see this window here. I'll pause it here, I'll circle it. This goes by and interrupts that signal. Okay? And that, as it goes by, all right, so like say it goes by there, that's one signal. And if it goes around, it hits it again, all right, there. Now the faster it goes past that signal, interrupts it, all right, the faster it sends a signal to the computer telling it how fast it's going. Now, on these new cars, each wheel has a sensor on it. So the computer takes that and tells the computer how fast it's going, or say one tire's spinning, so it'll pull power from it, if it's front wheel drive or all wheel drive, vice versa. So what I decided to do was, you're kind of coming into the slate, as I took compressed air and I blew it out because it was, the hub was rusting. So I compressed aired that, and I also traced the wire that comes out. It goes back in there, loops around, comes back over. I pulled the wheel aligner down, and I have these connectors. I blew that off with air. I'm going to separate them, blow those out with air, and I have electronics cleaner, and we are going to clear that out. So like I said, ABS sensors typically don't go bad because there are no moving parts. So I'm just trying to do it on the budget and clean it. I can find my cleaner. Hold on. So like I said, we're trying to do this on a budget. So I have some of the CRC Masso for airflow cleaner. It'll also work for electronic connectors. So we're going to pull this apart and clean them. Okay, now if you can hear me, got the plugs taken apart. They do look clean. They have done their job. Don't see any dirt in there. I'm going to spray them out anyways and reconnect them. Okay, we have reconnected them after we cleaned them. We'll put this wheel liner back together. We'll put the tire back on and we'll take it for a ride and see if the code goes away. Get the caliper rotor back on. To help you guys out, if you're doing this job in your driveway like I am, T30 is for the rotor bolt, and there's a 18mm socket for the caliper bracket. Now I say caliper bracket because this is the bracket, this is the caliper. You have to take the bracket off, or you could take the caliper off separate from the bracket and then take these bolts off. I chose not to do that. I just took an 18mm socket and removed the bracket from the spindle, knuckle, what do you want to call it. So, also the black plastic caps that we have here, these are 10mm. These go up here on the studs for the wheel liner. And then these screws here, they'll hold the wheel liner here. That is a T20. Okay, back in the car. No remote detected. There we go. Okay, so there are no lights. Oh, there are lights. It's still on there. Huh. Normally they would clear and they wouldn't start back up until you drove it. So power steering still works. Let's see what happens. I might have to clear it with a scan tool, but let's take it around the block. See what happens. Hey, traction control on. Just cleared itself. Oh, that's back off. What the hell? Power steering's out. Yep. Maybe it is a sensor. Let's go around the block. We'll come down here and we'll stop, turn the car off, start it back up. Okay, off, open up the door, foot off the brake, start it back up. Back and drive. Power steering works. For right now. Yep, see traction control back on. Oh, now it's back off. Yeah, maybe it is a sensor. Hey, let me meet you back at home. We'll put the scan tool in and we'll just confirm the code. So this is a tool I got off Amazon. AUTEL. Comes in a nice box. Even better, it has a nice case. There's a case. Very nice. Very nice stuff. Nice wrapped. Alright, let me get this set up. I'll be right with you. Okay, now the only thing I don't like about it is you do have to put this computer cable in. because it won't fit in the case without it, which is fine. But yeah, other than that, man, it works great. So we want to go over to ABS SRS. I'm going to go USA, GM, it is Cadillac. Like I said, I did not update this. This is right out of the box. So we got a 14 passenger car. We do have the Cadillac. It is the XTS. Oh. Okay, so this is where you can go to the SRS or the ABS. We want the ABS because that is the codes that we have. Alright, so you want to go to read codes. Pass, failed, current DTC request, right rear wheel speed sensor circuit. Brake booster pump motor. Right rear speed sensor circuit. Metal status, not Christ brake booster. Okay, so that's not a circuit. Right rear. Oh, that was the right one we were on. Last test failed current DTC. Okay, so we still have something wrong with the right rear speed sensor circuit. So I thought about replacing the hub, maybe, because it's old, rusty, like it might click past the sensor. Maybe something's wrong with it, but I think maybe the sensor is bad. Past mill status, not requested, brake booster pump. Let's clear this. I bet it'll come back. Let's just give her a shot. Think it'll come back? I bet it does. Because if it does, I'll have to order that speed sensor. That's my seatbelt. Yeah, man, came back. All right. Well, guess we're ordering a speed sensor. So I'll order that tonight, and then for you guys, it'll be here in 2 seconds. It'll show up for me. It's Sunday. It'll probably be here a couple days. So, all right, stay with us. We're gonna get this figured out. Welcome back. Now, for you, it's been 2 seconds, 3 seconds maybe. For me, it's been a week. We're still under social lockdown. If you're watching this in the future, the coronavirus is happening now. But anyways, Rock Auto came through. They're still shipping. They're still in the business. We got our TPT ABS sensor in. So let's take the wheel back off and do this all over again. Okay, here's where we're at. I got the wheel liner out. Did get the sensor loose. I was worried I was going to take this bar out. I don't think so. I think I'll be able to fish it out. So I'll have to use my other hand though. Okay, we got the other sensor out. It looks fine. But the other thing that sucks is it integrates into a harness back there. It loops around into this loom, up and over, and then it's part of another connector. So I can't, unless I de-loom it, that's not gonna work. I'm going to leave this in place and just zip tie it up. Here's a new one. Let's make sure it's the same. Looks pretty close. All right. Oh no, Corona. All right, let's put it in. Okay, new sensor is in. Oh, I got the old sensor just zip tied up here. Got plenty of slack for suspension movement. And zip tied it all the way up around there and plugged it in. So let's put the wheel liner back in and take it for a drive. See if it still has a coat or not. All right, maiden voyage. Let's see if it works. Well, it still has the code. We also haven't driven it. Let's see if it goes away. We have to clear it with a scanner. Hey, just cleared itself. Holy shit. Wait, oh. God damn it. Back off again. Maybe it is the hub. Turned back on, and it's back off again. All right, well, that did absolutely nothing. All right, I guess I'll order a hub then. Great. All right, well, I'll see you here in a second. Okay, we're back. I'm not sure where I left you, but I'm pretty sure it was that the sensor didn't work to fix the problem. And now we're onto the hub. Yes, this whole knuckle has to come off. That does kind of suck. It is all 21 millimeter heads. You know, both bolts had to come out. The shock had to come out. Everything's 21 millimeter. Both the bolt head and the nut head. And yes, this has to come off because this bolt is captured behind here. So, awesome. But anyways, we're going to get this out and swap it back in. Okay, hub is out. I'm going to clean it up. Okay, new hub is on. See how this one's flaking? That's where it's giving it the signal. So I don't know if that was the reason why, but new one's on. I spray some lube, gel lubricant. Just because like the rotor hat will seize onto the hub. So a little bit of lube, as long as it doesn't get on the brake rotor itself, keep it from rusting. And we're good, we're gonna put it back together. Okay, back together. Let's see if it worked. Okay, lights are still on. Let's try. Take it for a drive. If this doesn't work, I don't know what will. don't know if I have to reset it. Hey, hey, look at that. It's back on. Turned off by itself. All right, let's take a drive around the block quick. Finally. Yeah. So, yeah, I would say, all in all, if you're having an advanced track light come on, service ABS light, and your cruise control goes off, and your power steering, your electric assist goes out, I would say look at the back of the hub, and I'll show it right here. If the back of the hub is super rusty, then I would replace the hub, because like I said earlier, sorry, I'm trying to focus here. Like I said earlier, you know, an ABS sensor really doesn't go bad. Like, there's nothing to it. If it's not a moving part, it's just it's a sensor, right? So unless you get in an accident, you kick something up in your tire and you break that wire or something, typically it shouldn't go bad. So I would say look at the back of the hub. If it's rusty, that's probably it, because that's where I got the idea from another guy's video. I think it was an SRX, the SUV looking thing, and he same issue, replaced the hub, done. So yeah, it's all better now. This is awesome. This is great news. It's fixed, finally. Thanks for watching. If you made it all the way to this part, I appreciate you sticking around and watching. I'm gonna start the front half of this video off with, this is how I fixed it, and if you don't want to watch this whole thing, replace the hub. So anyways, thanks for watching. Consider subscribing. This is Fixer Fab.